The age-old question of what type of entity should I be? Each entity type, there's no fewer than 12 million of them, but generally there's going to be a couple that we want to look at. Generally, the traditional way was I would be a self-employed Schedule C, just hang my shingle up and be self-employed, use my social security number as my ID, and that's what I would do. That's probably not the best choice because that exposes you to the most amount of liability and your social security number is out there. So we generally would discourage people from doing that. The next best choice then, if the circumstances are right, is called an LLC. It's a limited liability company. And that LLC, in the simplest term, we would call it a disregarded entity and it would be just one person owning it. It's a very straightforward process to become one, to get your EIN number instead of your social security number, which is a big thing because nobody knows your social security now. Gives you liability protection, but we can put that on your individual tax return. We don't have to file a separate tax return. Once we go away from that entity type where we're having multiple people involved, then we have what's partnerships. That's more than one person. We could have S corporations or C corporations. We can also have LLCs that are LLC's taxed as a partnership, LLC taxed as an S corp, LLC taxed as a C corp. Each particular type of entity type has different pros and cons from liability, taking out money, taxability, rules and regulations. We try to evaluate what the client is really trying to accomplish, not just today, but over the next few years to get them in the right type of entity. Because you just can't sit here and change entities all day long. You have to kind of pick one and roll with it. Generally, when clients start off, the LLC single member is probably the best way to be because with that, that gives us the most easiest and flexible way to change to the other entities if we need to.